Welcome to the Bootleg Zones. Seriously though, look at that Darth Vader face. I love when they do this. It should be so easy for them to pull off a Darth Vader, but they do this type of crap to him so often. And there's this rather, awkward looking image of a Growlithe crammed into a Pokeball. That sure makes it look fun to be a trainer's Pokemon. Finally these two titans meet. Long have we awaited the battle between Ash Ketchum and C-3PO. Gotta catch 'em all! Bootleg Star Wars Transformers with Pokemon! Which I guess I have already since there's only 4. I guess this is the only instruction we really need to see how C-3PO the traitor transforms into a TIE fighter. And according to Google Translate, that says the machine is deformed, shaped aircraft. Or it could be man deformation fly. This must be how they come up with deformation so many times on these things. And Darth Maul seriously comes with the GS ball? Why did they use the GS ball? Guess we know Darth Maul's plot is going nowhere. Which is pretty accurate for Phantom Menace, I suppose. I know I already mentioned it, but... Stupid surprised Vader. If they had just left those black or silver as they mostly are in this guy's case, it would have looked a lot less doofy. So I'm glad they gave him the red pupils or irises or whatever. We'll throw in Darth Vader's little yellow Clefairy and miss! Sweet. Oh, Clefairy's too strong for a Master Ball! Psh! Oh, but it's 100% catch rate. Nope. Man, I wish Darth Maul gave us a big ol' ridiculous smile like that somewhere in Star Wars. Even this stupid Star Wars Transformer Pokemon knockoff gives him more personality than the Phantom Menace. Look, sir, someone's still taking shots at the prequels. You're not allowed to do that anymore. Shut up. But a bunch of different colored TIE fighters is still pretty funny. Except Darth Maul looks like he's mostly gonna copy Darth Vader's because he doesn't have a personality of his own. Except on the Rebels cartoon where they gave him more of a personality in a couple minutes than the entirety of the Phantom Menace. So, just for a second, let's bask in the insanity that is this bootleg. I've got a translucent little Pikachu riding on top of a C-3PO who's transformed into a TIE fighter. Wow. Hey, Blastoise. Soon we will have our revenge on the Jedi. Blastoise. Yeah, you're right, Blastoise. I really might as well just be saying, Maul! Maul! Darth Maul! Maul! Look, Bulbasaur, someone else mad about the prequel bashing in the comments. Who Baba cares? What? You know, these translucent Pokemon kind of look stoned when you look at them really close up. Either that or they've seen some shit, especially Pikachu. Look, Bulbasaur, a doofus who thought a mustache would look good on him.
Oh, you dare, Stormtrooper. Soon I shall have my revenge on you, too. Blastoise, use Revenge of the Sith Hydro Pump. Damn. Why is my Blastoise so tiny?
Look! It's now awkward. What? Why, if it isn't a little Pikachu unit, C-3PO, transform! Now that I'm a TIE fighter, I can become a Pokemon Master! Pokemon Go Ball! Go! Oh, darn! Pokemon Go Balls are the worst! They just want me to waste them and then have to pay for more! I know your scheme! Get out of here! You're not fit for the MarsRobot GO program! What? Shut up, Stormtrooper, you're not a part of this. I know, I'll use the GS ball. It's about time it had a purpose. I mean, except in Japan. GS ball, go!
Pika, I guess.
C-3PO, transform! Oh, thank the Maker. I finally caught a Pikachu, and all I had to do was sell out to the dark side to do it.
No, 3PO. You've always been a part of the dark side. I am your maker.
No, that's not true. That's a continuity nightmare.
Such the prequels, you know them to not care about continuity.
No! No! Pikachu, go!
Ugh. Pikachu and stuff. Ugh.
Pikachu, you're far less effective than you are in the damn anime.
Well, at least Clefairy's got my back. What can you do, Clefairy?
Metronome.
No! Looks like Darth Vader's blasting off again!
Now, when we actually look at what's on these cards, we can see that these are some of the few Pokemon card bootlegs that don't just try to copy the original ones. Instead, they had their own brand of lazy. All these cards are essentially screen caps of Pokemon in the status screen from Pokemon Go. They might have reworked some of the fonts slightly, but it is essentially just a status screen from the game. You can even see the power-up button from the game looming at the very bottom of the card, mostly cut off. The only thing they've really added here is the one thing that's apparently supposed to turn these status screens from Pokemon Go into a card game, which is these little icons. Rock, paper, scissors. Seriously, that's apparently all the depth you're gonna get for this stupid bootleg Pokemon card game. A game of rock, paper, scissors. I suppose they could have added nothing and just said, see whose CP is higher and that's the card who wins, but a game of rock, paper, scissors isn't that much more involved now, is it? Also, they couldn't even be consistent with the one thing they added to these, as sometimes the icon is over in the top left corner instead of being down by the name where it usually is. And yes, we even get some stupid nicknames that some of the Chinese bootleggers gave to their Pokemon, probably before they decide, hey, we can screen cap these and make a crappy card game out of it. So we get such classics as Yeet Lat Lat the Ponyta, Nagal Lam Latoros, and who can forget the awesome Psyduck by the name of Bun Lai Lai. Wait, Chow Mein? They seriously named the Tangela Chow Mein? Oh, and the Oddish is Bok Choy. Apparently the Chinese bootlegger is quite hungry while playing Pokemon Go. Getting screen caps for crappy Pokemon cards, but I'm so hungry. They're all food. Oh, it's a big shock that these things aren't really level with each other either. There's been such quality control before this. Also, apparently, very rarely, some of these cards deserve to have a red border added to them. Not many of them, just a few do. My best guess is these red border ones were some of the first ones they made, as you don't see that part of the power-up button sticking out of the bottom, but they probably decided, ugh, that's too much work, screw it. But you know, they probably could have taken all this information out, as it's all pointless to a rock, paper, scissors game. Wait a second, why does the Raticate Die Low show have Snorlax candy? That's not right, I can't play rock, paper, scissors with this! Oh, and Bok Choy had Execute candy, and it's also Grass Psychic like an Execute, not an Oddish, so I guess they were piecing some stats from other Pokemon together. I don't know why they did it this way, as it seemed to be more work than just pasting the screen cap on there, but apparently they had some ready-to-go stats they would just slap on these things, but they even recolored the candy, so that's weird. Though, like I mentioned, the text font is slightly different than the the actual game, and it's a bit clearer than the screen cap, so it seems they were putting those in themselves, but they were still editing a lot of the stats. I guess they just got lazy when it came to the candy's name. As long as they at least have one type in common, they can all eat the same candy. Though even here, where they're supposed to have the same candy, they screwed up and left out the female symbol for Nidoqueen, so she just takes plain Nidoran candy. And I can't believe that Nidoran female and Nidoqueen aren't even the same rock, paper, scissor type. It's almost like they just randomly slapped these on or something. Oh, and speaking of screwing up, they apparently really messed up on the Nidoran male card as they zoomed him out more than any of the other ones, and they forgot his male symbol. Oh well. He also takes Nidoran blank candy, so I guess Nidoqueen evolves from Nidoran male. Here's some of the least surprising nicknames, as they've got the 3 Eevees here all named with the Eeveelution trick to make sure you'll get a Jolteon, Vaporeon, and Flareon. These cards were made before the Gen 2 Pokemon were introduced, so no Umbreon or Espeon, sorry. But they also named their Magikarp Rainer. Apparently they were hoping Magikarp might turn into a Vaporeon. Blastoise's name is 946. I kind of wonder if they actually named their Blastoise that, or they just messed up what they pasted into that area for the card. Most of the time, if you get the same Pokemon, it's going to be the exact same screen cap, so these Feitonglongs are exactly the same. The only exception I've found in what I've got here is they've made 2 versions of Golbat. Though the second one's a Gooat, so I guess that's pretty different. And both the Gooats have the same little weird red circle appearing by the favorite star. So if there's some kind of error on one of these, it's gonna be on all of them, like star! Almost you. It's almost there. What'd they do, run out of ink? The only other type of card you get with these is the list of Pokemon the bootleggers caught. There's no rock, paper, scissor logo on these, and there's nothing you could really do with them, so they're absolutely pointless. Wow, you know what would make a good card? Not this! They're not even good as bootleg checklists because they've got Pokemon listed here that they didn't apparently make cards of, like Jigglypuff. Ugh, whatever. Guess I'll just have to make my own card. And I didn't even get a stupid bootleg Pokemon Go card of Meowth. What a ripoff. I suppose I should mention that these cards are all hollow foil, so they're all super special, for reals. And they've all got that kind of spinny circle hollow foil pattern, which seems to be one of the favorites by bootleggers. Go? I don't know what that's supposed to mean. That kind of seems like the closest thing we're gonna get for a name to attach to these things, and I did try looking it up and got nothing, so I don't know, but let's say Squirtle's their mascot, and he's Go. Did somebody sneeze? Have you ever wanted to play rock, paper, scissors, but were always hampered by the fact you knew what you were gonna do with your other hand? I sure hope not, cause that's kind of pathetic. I mean, now you can finally surprise yourself with Pokemon Go cards! No longer will you know the outcome and which hand is gonna win before you see it! Yeah! Aerodactyl won! This hand wins! Oh man, which hand is gonna win? I have no idea! This is so exciting! Oh, guess this still happens even with this amazing Pokemon Go card game. Alright, time for the ultimate hand to see which hand wins. The hand! Master Hand or Crazy Hand! Haha! And, well, crap. So, for those individuals out there who thought R2-D2 should be the next Superman, well, I guess they finally made the toy for you. I guess after Man of Steel, Superman decided he's no longer a man, so he turned into a droid. I'm more than a droid in a silly red sheet or something. But at least I know the star of Hellraiser Hellworld when I see him in all his pixelated glory. I really am glad it's Man of Steel Superman on here. No one has any extreme opinions on that movie. Or Batman v Superman. Guess that's why you can have Batman R2-D2 v Superman R2-D2. I mean, hey, that's gotta turn out better than the actual movie. Wait, why is there another one kind of peeking around the corner? We can up this trifecta to a quartet if we include the Superman in the logo over there, too. Two. So you might be wondering why there's a 2 on the box, and I don't know, I'm not researching anything. Bootleg Zone's over. My apologies, guys. This is not a toy. I guess I'm not allowed to play with this. Well, I'll show them. So here he is, the Droid of Steel. You know, it's completely original to every other droid, and all his 14+ not a toy glory. How ridiculous is it that we're looking at this? R2-D2 with the Superman logo on his chest. You know, just why? Why not is the real question, though. R2-D2, da-da-da-da, not a toy, kiss my ass, da-da-da-da-da. They even gave Super D2 a cape. Pretty sweet. This cape's held on by a little magnet? How do those work? Age 14+. I think that's one of the highest age recommendations I've seen on one of these things, and I can't think of a good reason why this would need to be so high here. Maybe because R2-D2 swears a lot and Man of Steel Superman likes to kill the shit out of everyone.
Super R2-D2's the master race!
Apologies to anyone in Germany. I'm just trying to figure out anything I can do with his limited posing here. Not cool at all. What a piece of crap. This isn't a toy. They were right. So I'm still really not seeing anything here with Superman R2-D2 that warrants that 14+ rating, except maybe, you know, the magnet. That might blow a few kids' heads. And just remember, you are not allowed to play with your stupid little mashup knockoffs. This is not a toy. What?
Bad changer! Superman R2-D2, I've been reprogrammed to an edgelord! I'm gonna take you out! What? You dare call me an SJW edgelord? How dare you! Yeah, you're right. I've no idea what the hell we're even saying anymore. What? Martha Pot? What did you say that mean? Oh, okay, cool. Anyway, I'm mildly apologetic for this, but I really must be destroying you now, R2-Dupes, so! Yeah, I know it's not kryptonite, I don't know where you find that stuff, but it's a green horse! That should be frying your logic circuits or something! Actually, come to think of it, I'm supposed to be the world's greatest bot-tective, and I don't understand this green horse at all! How could this be? Ah! Green horse! It makes no sense! No sense! Ah!
Oh dear, how the mighty have fallen! You dare question my ethics? I had to sell out to the dark side to become a Pokemon Master, you super astromech twerp! You're going to beat the living crap out of me so that I can't steal any more children's Pokemon? That's not fair! C-3PO transform! Oh dear, how do I get into these situations up against a godlike astromech droid? I could really use some advice from my father.
Remember, son, The Force will be with you. Never, because you're a droid, you can't use the Force.
Oh, shiny metal bollocks! Oh, no! Please, no! We were friends once, remember, R2? Oh, no!
Ooh, yikes. You'd think if I was going to build a droid, it wouldn't have been the most wimpy droid in the universe.
Father, please!
Oh well, speak choose mine now, yoink!
Watching, and we'll see you in the morning. MAGA.